Fine, good afternoon to you all students. Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are fine and you all are doing well. I hope by God's grace you all are safe. So pray to God for your health, your studies, parents and everything. So, warm greetings to you all students. Welcome to our today's online class. So now we are studying about chapter 3, isn't it? So what's the title of your chapter? So your title of your chapter is scoping. Okay. So before I am going to start about today's portion, so just recall what are things I have taught at the last class and also in this chapter what are things I have taught. So just recall what are things you have studied in this chapter. So what are the questions you have studied? Define scope. Isn't it very important 2-mark question you have studied. Then define scope. Then define mapping. Then define namespace. Then define eligible role. So this much of questions you have studied. Isn't it? So this are all very important and also expected questions for your annual exam. Okay. So today you are going to study about one important 5-mark question. Very important 5-mark question. Very important 5-mark questions and also expected question. So for that 5-mark question, listen carefully. Sometimes in a question they will ask define eligible rule with example. Okay. So like that, if they ask the questions means also you need to write from here eligible rule. Okay. From here you need to write start and you need to write along with types of scope. Okay. So and also sometimes they will ask the question explain the types of scope. If they are asking types of scope questions means also you need to write from this eligible rule. So last class you have studied the definition of eligible rule, isn't it? So what's the definition of eligible rule? It is used to decide which order the scopes needs to be set. So what's the full form of eligible say? Local, enclosed, global and built-in, isn't it? Okay. So today you are going to study about the types of scope. Very important question. So last year also you have studied this question. Okay. So listen, there are totally 4 types of scopes are there. How many types of scopes are there, students? Totally 4 types. What are they? Local scope, global scope, enclosed scope and built-in scope. Okay. How many types of scopes are there? Once more you say. Local scope, global scope, enclosed scope and built-in scope. Okay. So if they are asked for 2-mark questions or 3-mark question means you need to write only these points or headings alone. Okay. 5-mark questions means you need to write and explain full. Okay. So first listen carefully. First one is local scope. Very important, again and again I am telling. So for this question you need to draw the diagram as it is. Okay, what I have displayed in this slide, same way only they have given in your textbooks also. So textbooks also same diagram is there. Okay, so textbooks also same diagram is there. So each and every heading, so this diagram is very important. Same way only you need to draw. Okay, and also one thing, listen carefully. So have you seen? So in that diagram second column they have made boxes. Have you seen that boxes? So you should draw the box as it is. In the code you need to mark or differentiate the box as it is. Okay. So now listen carefully. Now itself please study. Okay. Now itself please study while I listen carefully. So first, what do you mean by local scope? First point is local scope means variable defined in current function. That is important point. So last year you studied, what do you mean by local scope? Variable defined in the function. So here, what do you mean by local scope means variable defined in current function. Current function means you are using which function now. Currently you are using which function? That is called which function? Current function. Understood? So what do you mean by local scope? Say the first point. Local scope means variable defined inside the which one? Current function. Understood the first point? Okay. Then second point. So in this question, so they will each heading they will see 1 or 2 points. Okay. For evaluation I am telling. So in this heading, first important point is variable defined in current function. So second one is, so while you are running the program, always the interpreter will look the variable name. Okay, so what's the interpreter? First the interpreter always it will look which one? A variable name. Okay, so if the variable name is not there inside the function, okay, suppose if the variable name is not there inside the function means only it will go to the outer of the function, that is outer scope. Understood? 3 points you have studied. What are they? First, local scope means variable defined inside a current function. Okay. Then while you are running the program, so the variable that means the interpreter always it will look the variable name first inside the function. So if it is not there, that variable is not there inside the current function means only it will go for the outer scope, that means out of the function. Understood? Understood the first point? Okay. So understood? So here totally 3 points are there. Now see the diagram, listen carefully. Now see the first point. Okay, now see the first point. Okay, so first point, see the function name is dispof. See that code, dispof. Have you seen that one? That's a function. Okay, so inside the function, listen, a colon equal to 7. So inside the, what do you mean by a is a variable. So what do you mean by 7 is a value or object. So what's the meaning of this one? You are going to assign the value of a as a 7. See the next line, print a. So you are going to print the variable a. So what's the value of a now? What's the value of a? 7. See, next again you are going to start another one function. That is the fourth line, dispof. See, listen carefully. So where you are starting the function. Okay, where you are starting the function and where you are, which place you are ending the statement. Starting the function and ending the statement. In that place you need to draw the box. Okay, so listen carefully. First, where the function it will start? Dispof, isn't it? So dispof a equal to 7. Where the statement means that print statement. So where the print will get end over, that there you need to put the box. So where it will get over? Print a, isn't it? So from where you need to draw the box? Dispof a equal to 7, print a. So that you need to draw in a one box. See the next diagram. Understood now? So next, only one more function is left. Only one more function is left. So you are drawing one more outer box. Understood the diagram? So first you need to draw the box starting of the function where it will start dispof. Okay. Then where you need to end the box, the statement in statement means print a. So the print statement, so till the 3 lines you need to draw one box. Okay, so remaining only one statement is a dispof. Okay, so that for that you need to draw one more box. So what do you mean by local scope? Say the definition. It will look always variable defined in current function. So always it will look variable you are defining in the current function. Okay, so which variable you are defined in the current function? A, isn't it? So what's the value of a now? 7. So what output you will get? 7. Understood? So see, your exam paper, in your exam paper also you should draw the diagram as it is. What I have displayed in the slide, no, the textbook also they have given the same diagram, same way you need to draw with 3 columns. First column you need to write the code. Second column you need to write that box, that is eligible box. Second, third column for output. Understood the local scope? Okay. Then, so next scope is global scope. Okay. So listen. Local scope just opposite is global scope. So what do you mean by local scope? You have studied variable defined inside a current function, isn't it? Same way, global scope means variable which is declared outside of all function. Okay, so which one is a global scope? Variable which is declared outside of all the function. Okay, so the variable you are going to display which function? Outside of the function. So what's the name of the variable means global variable. Understood? Same definition only. You have studied in 11th standard, no? Same definition only. So what do you mean by global scope? Variable defined outside of all the function is called which one? Global scope. The name of the variable is called which variable? Global variable. Okay. So this global variable can be accessed, listen carefully, inside the function also you can able to access, outside the function also you can able to access. But local scope not like that. Only inside the function alone you can able to access. Understood? So local scope only inside the function alone you can able to access. But global scope it's not like that. Inside the function also you can able to access. Outside the function also you can able to access. Understood what do you mean by global scope? Once more you say. Variable which is declared outside of all function is called which one? Global scope. And what's the name of the variable? Global variable. Okay, so global scope can be accessed where and all? Inside the function also you can access, outside the function also you can access. Okay, see this program, same program only. Okay, so same program only, listen carefully. So last you have studied in program, no? So in that program only 2 more lines you are going to add. Only 2 more lines. See the first program from second line to fifth line. Listen carefully, second program from second line to fifth line. Okay, but this program you are going to add 2 more lines. What are the lines? First line and sixth line. Listen carefully. The definition you have studied, globally variable declared outside of all function. So where you need to declare the variable? Outside the function. So first line you are going to declare a variable outside the function. So where the function gets starts? Disp of second line, isn't it? But you need to declare the variable outside the function. So where you need to give the variable outside the function. So first line. Yeah, so there you are giving the what's the name of the variable? A. So what's the value of the variable? 10. So outside the function you are giving the variable A. What's the value of A now? 10. Okay, then you are going to write one function. Okay, so what's the function? Last you have studied, no? Disp of. Inside the function again you are declaring one variable. What's the variable? A. What's the value of A now? 7. Listen carefully. Which one is here in this diagram? Which one is global variable and which one is the local variable? See, global variable value is A equal to 10. Why? Because global variable always declared outside the function. Then A equal to 7. So that is a global variable or local variable? Local variable. Why? Local variable means declared inside the function. Understood the difference between global variable and local variable? The global variable can be able to access anywhere inside the program, but local variable can be able to access only inside the function alone. Understood? See the third line. So you are going to print A, printing the value of A. So listen carefully. Next you are going to write one more function. Fifth line. See the fifth line. Again you are going to write one more function. So that function name is not disp of disp 1. In that place you need to put disp 1. Okay, disp of 1 of. Okay, see that next column they have given a disp 1. Then after that you are going to print the statement print A. Listen carefully. In the first local scope also I said where you need to draw the box. Starting of the function and ending of the statement you need to close the box. Where the function will get starts now. See, where the function gets now second line, isn't it? Second line, disp of where the function get first function where the function statement gets over. Fourth line, printing statement. So for that 3 lines you need to draw the box. Understood? The remaining how many lines are there? 1, 5 and 6. So for that you are drawing another one box. So corner box only you need to draw. Understood? Understood this how you need to draw the box? So always that box should be drawn starting of the function. So disp from there to where you need to end the statement print of print A. Then remaining only 2 for 3 lines on that you are going to draw another one box. Listen carefully. Once you are running the program, always the function only it will get executed at the first. Always the function only execute at the first. Okay, that means innermost function. So what's the innermost function value? So first what's the function? Disp of. So inside the value of A is 7. Print A. So what's the value of A at the first? 10 or 7 inside the function means 7. So that get over. Then come outer box, second box. So there disp 1 of what's the value of print A? The variable you have declared outside A equal to 10. So what's the value of second print A? 10. Understood the difference between global scope and local scope? Understood? Okay. Then next one is enclosed scope. So enclosed means one important word I said first itself. Which one? Nested, isn't it? So what do you mean by nested? One inside another. Understood what do you mean by nested? One inside another. Okay. So here nested means, listen, the variable which is declared inside a function which contain another one function. Already one function is there. So inside the function you are going to give another one function. That is called which function? Nested function. Understood what do you mean by enclosed scope? A function is the function will contain one more function. That means variable you have declared inside a function. So that function definition will contain one more function inside it. Okay, so here listen carefully. So here the inner function also access the variable, the value of the variable outside the function, and the outer function also access the value for the variable. Understood what are things you can access? Inner function also access the variable, then outer function also access the variables. Okay, see the example, then you will get understand. So that is called which is scope? Enclosed scope. See that one. So same example, last you have studied no? Same example, but here you are going to add 2 more lines. So like that you study, then only you will never get forget. So what are the lines you are going to include here means first line and 7th line. Okay, so same program only, but here you are going to add 2 more lines. What are the first line and 7th line? Okay, so here first you are going to write one function disp of. Okay, so inside that function you are giving one variable a equal to 10. Okay, that first 2 line. Then listen carefully. You are giving a value of the variable a equal to 10 inside the function disp of. But listen carefully. Third line. Inside the function disp of, again you are going to declare another one function called disp1 of. Understood? Say disp of already function is there. There you are giving the value of a is say 10. But inside the function disp of, again you are giving the variable called what? Disp1 of. Another one function called what? Disp1 of. Understood? Whether inside the disp1 of you are giving the value of a? No. But you are ending the statement print a. See the fourth line print a. Okay. Then listen carefully. Next fifth line. Again you are going to write another one function disp1 of. Listen carefully. How many functions are there? Okay. Again you are going to write another one function disp1 of. There also you are ending the statement print a. Again disp. See how many functions are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 functions are there. So how you need to draw the box? That is very, very important. First itself I said you should draw the box. The box followed at the starting of the function, ending of the statement. See the innermost function you need to draw the box first. So innermost which is the function? See third line and fourth line. Disp1 of. The function starts at third line disp1 of and ending statement is print a. So one box you have drawn. Remaining, see listen carefully. Disp first line, see the first line disp1 of a equal to 10. Okay, then fifth line, whether you can end the box at fifth line? No, because the statement will not get over. Where the statement get over? Sixth line, print a. So you need to enclose the box remaining everything 1 to 6. Then only the 7th line function alone. So that you need to draw the third box. So inside the function, so you are going to define another one function that is called what? Enclosed scope. But listen carefully, you are giving the value for the variable only once, where inside the first function a equal to 10. So in the definition itself you have studied the value of the variable you can able to access inside the function as well as outside the function. So always the innermost function will execute at the first, isn't it? So innermost function means that innermost box. Innermost, that small box, print a. What's the value of a now? 10. Because only one value you have given 10. So second thing, see the second box print a. What's the value of a? 10. So 2 times also you will get the same value because you are declaring the variable at the first function, the value of a is 10. So 2 times also you are getting the value is 10. Understood the third scope? Okay. Then fourth one is built-in scope. So already I said built-in. Yesterday it's a built-in mean already preloaded. While you are installing the software itself, some scopes or some modules are preloaded in the software. So once you are running the program, so the compiler will take which one is absolutely match for your code. Okay, which one is absolutely match for your code, that the interpreter or compiler will take along with your that programming language. That type of module is called what? Built-in module. Okay, so best example, for example, C++ program, you have studied lot of header files, isn't it? So each and every header files will have different functions. So based on your needs, for example, you are using string function means you need to include which header file? String.h. If you are using mathematical function means you need to give which one? Math.h. So based on your wish, you need to use the particular header file. Likewise, lot of things, a lot of modules already preloaded in the software. So which module is required for you? That module based on your wish you need to add. That is called which one? Built-in scope or module scope. Understood? So in this scope you need to draw one diagram, any one diagram. Okay, so among 3 diagrams you have studied, no? Among that any one diagram you need to draw, but at the top you have seen, you see that at the top they have given built-in or module scope. That box you need to draw. Okay, any one that programming code box you need to draw. Then above that you need to give bulletin or module. Okay, so once you are running the program, so that program will take the, see the next column, so library files associated with software. The software will contain the particular module. So you are running the program, that program will need which module, that module the program will automatically take, and you will get the proper output. Understood? So what very expected important 5 mark question today you have studied. Okay, so after completion of this session, please students study and write it and see. So in your computer notebook, please study and write it. Draw the diagram as it is you have given in textbook, or as it is I have displayed in the slide. That is very important. Okay, so what are the 4 types of scope? Local scope, global scope, enclosed scope, and built-in. Local means variable defined in current function. So then global means variable declared outside the function. Then enclosed scope means one function is defined inside another one function. Built-in means already preloaded program is there, based on your wish you are going to add. Okay students, very important question. So you need to write this question. You need to, sometimes in the question they will ask explain the types of scope. So types of scope question if they ask means also you should explain from where? Definition of LEGB rule. LEGB rule you need to write, draw the tabular column, diagram, then you need to start from types of scope. Understood? Very important question student. Please study well, take care. Remaining I'll continue in the next class. Thank you students.